Hello, it's Paige, and today we're going to be drawing a frog. So I drew my frog on a lily pad, and lily pads are in ponds, they're in lakes, and you'll see them and you can see frogs bouncing in between the lily pads. So today we're going to be drawing a frog sitting on a lily pad. Okay. So this one's a little tricky, but we're just gonna go with it. So today we're gonna start off by drawing his eye, his first eye. So we're gonna go to the top in the middle, and we're just gonna draw a circle. So we're gonna draw a circle right about there. That's his first eye. Try and make it as circular as you can. You saw mine's not a perfect circle, but try and do your best. And he has a pupil in the middle, an eyeball. There we go. So there's one eye. And we're going to draw his kind of skin right above the eye, just like that. It's not his eyebrow, it's just the skin that's right above his eye. So it's like an arch going over his eye. And we're going to do kind of like almost a nose, although he doesn't really have a distinct nose to him. But we're going to make a bump coming out of this arch. And it's going to come out and down, just like that. It's going to come out and down. And that's where we're going to put our other eye. We're going to connect it to this bump. So we're going to start from the top of the bump, and we're going to make it a round eye, just like that. And you're going to add an eyeball in the middle. Add the pupil right in the middle there. And then we're going to do the arch above this eye on this one. So we're going to connect it to the eye and come up, and then connect it over to this other bump. So those are his eyes. And now we're going to do kind of his front face, the front of his face, his nose area. So we're going to start from the side of his left eye, and we're going to come out and curve down, just like that. We'll do a little lip here, coming out. And then for his mouth, it's going to be a line coming all the way across, all the way past kind of his line area, his eye line, and then we're going to stop. And we'll do a cheek here, like a curve for the cheek. And then we'll come down, straight down, and curve out, and do a straight line out, and do another lip. So it curves down, he's got a big mouth. Yep. So then we're going to come down from his lip, and we're going to go straight out, kind of stop right here, right at the line of his mouth here. And we're going to do a leg. So we're going to do two lines coming down here. We'll do two lines coming down, kind of out of the middle of his chin there. And we're going to add 3 fingers. He's got big, long fingers, just like this. That's part of his hand that helps him hop around on the lily pads. And the same thing with this one. We're going to do 3 long fingers, just like that. So we'll continue this line past his arm, going straight, just a little bit out. Then, for his knee, we're going to start kind of like right in the middle of the space here, but a little bit up. And we're going to go up, curve up, and then come back down again. And we're going to connect the line here. And then we're going to go a little bit past, just like that. And he's going to have 3 fingers. He's going to have 3 fingers on his toes too. 3 toes, just like that. Coming down. But we got to give him a heel, so we're going to extend it like that and curve back in. So there's his leg. And we're going to come out and curve back up just like that. Don't connect these, because these are just, that's his knee, and then that's kind of his rear end. So we'll leave that there, and we're gonna come do a bump here, and then we're gonna come straight up like his back, but don't go all the way up. Give him some space. Go up to the eye level here. Give him a curve for a butt. Go straight out. And then we're going to make his back a little bit bumpy. So we're going to put a bump in his back. So I'll put a bump just like this, going up and then down and connect it. So you see how it's a bumpy back? It's not really straight, but it's got a bump to it. We'll add 3 little dots here, as many as you want. Those are kind of the spots on his back. You can give him an eyebrow, just like that, some arches. So now for his tongue, we're gonna make it a curly tongue because he's got a long tongue. He's got to catch these flies. So we'll start from the kind of the bottom, on the very side of his mouth, and we're gonna come up, just like that. We're gonna come up, curving up, and then we're gonna come straight across, curving down a little bit. So it's like a rainbow almost, an arch. And then we're going to curl his tongue, just like that. So we have a rainbow to a curl. And we're going to finish the tongue off by making it have some depth to it. So we'll follow the line here. And then we're going to come up, and we're going to connect it to the bottom of his mouth at the very end. So he's got a big old tongue. But you see, we don't want to just have his mouth like that. We have to have some depth to his mouth, so we're going to put a line there. So that's the inside of his mouth. And then he's going to be catching a fly. So we're going to draw a circle here, just in the free space that you have over here anywhere. Have him be looking at his fly. And then we're going to do 2 circles for wings. Circle there. It doesn't have to be perfectly circle. I did mine a little ovular. We'll put some lines in those 2 outer ones to represent the wings. Make it look more like a fly. If you want, you can draw a little smiley face on him. So now our frog wants to be on a lily pad. So we're going to start from his chin, and we're going to do a big wide oval. And we're going to go out and come down underneath him, and then come back around and go right to his bottom right there. So there he is on a lily pad. On this one, I didn't add a little crease in there, but that's how lily pads look. They're not all perfectly circle. Some of them have cuts in them. Some of them have been torn by frogs jumping on them. So you can add another one on here that has a cut on it, or over here that has a cut. You can do whatever you want, just like that, but just so that it looks like a lily pad. And that lily pad is going to be resting on some water. So I'm going to draw a line over here to represent the water. So when you color it, make sure that the frog is green. The frogs are almost always green. Sometimes they're blue if they're tropical. But the lily pad is going to be green as well. So you don't want to make them the same color. If you only have one color of green, make sure maybe you press on it lightly for the frog, and then maybe you press on it a little darker if you have a crayon for the lily pad. And then also the same with the blues. You might want to use a different blue for the sky than the water so that you can tell them apart. But other than that, that's our frog. And I hope you have a lot of fun drawing it. I certainly did. And yeah, that's it. So have a good one. Bye.